Welcome, everybody. We are so excited to have you. While everyone's still joining in through the wait room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Perfect. So we have really exciting, hello everyone. So we've really exciting. We have Sylvia here from CLIA. How are you doing today, Charles?
I'm doing great, Amanda. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thanks for joining us. And I know everyone's been really excited about this presentation today. So just before we get started, Charles is going to do a presentation for us. And then after the presentation, we'll do Q&A. And then we might have something extra special at the end. Hint, hint. I'm not going to say what it is, but we're definitely going to do some Q&A. And when we do that, we will do hand raise in chat and we'll have those happen verbally. But please do not raise your hands now because questions aren't until the end. But without further ado, Charles, I know you have lots to share and we're so excited. We'll let you get started.
Thank you very much, Amanda. And thank you, everyone who's on this call. It is my privilege and my honor to be with all of you. My name is Charles Sylvia, and I'm with CLIA, which is Cruise Lines International Association, for those of you who may be new to the business. And today we're going to review very briefly the state of the cruise industry, which was recently presented at Sea Trade Cruise Global in Florida, in South Florida. And this is really the actual state of the cruise industry, the latest numbers, the latest trends that are involved in cruising to help empower you as you build your businesses and to show you how truly important travel advisors are. You are our leading distribution channel, and we want to make sure that you have all the information that you need to stand out as a cruise travel expert so that you can grow your business, sell as many cruises as possible, and increase your commission income. So before we begin, I want you to have my contact information. And please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can shoot me an email if you ever need anything. I'll make sure that a member of our team helps you. The CLIA membership services team, we're always keen to help our members and make sure that you're getting the most out of your membership. Remember that if you are a CLIA member, your membership should be self-funding. You want to make sure that you are using all of the benefits that we provide you. They will more than make up for the membership dues that you pay, and they'll actually put a little bit more money in your pocket. We'll talk about that in just a second. And also, if you would kindly please scan that QR code and give me a follow on Facebook. And I don't say that to be self-indulgent, folks. I'm asking you to follow me because I'm always dropping content that is helpful, that's practical and valuable, that you can use to grow your business. We're doing that all the time. And also little factoids that you can share on your own social media platforms that will help you position yourself as an expert on cruise travel. So if you follow me, click on that QR code with your camera, and I'll put it back up there at the end if you need. So for those of you who are new to the business, you may not know what CLIA is. And believe it or not, 2024 marks my 30th year in the business. I started out as a frontline travel agent in a brick and mortar travel agency in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, which is just about 50 miles south of Boston on the way to Cape Cod. And I started out in September of 1994. And my boss said, you know, CLIA is the cruise industry. He taught me early on from day one that CLIA is the entire cruise community. It's the cruise lines, it's the travel advisors, it's the ports and destinations and all of the supply chain that help build and supply ships and provision them. So we are truly the Global Cruise Industry Trade Association, and we are your unified voice. Remember that travel advisors sell more than 72% of all cruises worldwide every single year. And I encourage you to write down that percentage. 72% of all cruises sold worldwide every single year are sold through a travel advisor. That is tremendous. What that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that the cruise lines order the ships, but you help make it possible for them to be paid for, right? We pay for the ships as the travel advisors. That's what I like to always say. So we are truly your voice, and we are here to help you maximize your cruise sales potential. When travel advisors ask me that in the field, when I'm traveling and meeting them at various events, they say, well, why should I be part of CLIA? And I share with them exactly what my agency owner said to me back in September of '94. He said, look, Charlie, CLIA is going to make you legit. They're going to make you credible. They're going to, you're going to earn their certification and put those letters at the end of your name. And it's going to make you the cruise authority, basically the cruise person in our community. And sure enough, we got all sorts of free publicity, earned media attention. Television, local cable access television, radio stations, the newspapers, the local papers. I was everywhere talking about cruising, and it led to just an inundation in new business, new inquiries, and we never had to worry about where we would source our new clients. And really, if you lean on CLIA as the good housekeeping seal of approval, and you develop a story about your CLIA experience, the fact that you're not only a member, but that maybe you're working on certification. I used to tell my clients back in the day, when they'd come in or when I'd encounter them, I'd say, yeah, I'm part of this organization called CLIA, and they're the Worldwide Cruise Industry Trade Association, and I'm working on my certification. And you know what? They would root for me, and when I'd see them again, they say, hey, how you doing on that thing? And anyway, I'll get into more of that, but CLIA is really your competitive advantage. You can really use it to build your business. Now, our mission is very much obvious based on what I've already said to you. We're here to foster your success and protect and promote the industry's license to operate responsibly. So we are here to help you succeed, folks. Now, let's share a little bit about the cruise industry because as big as we've gotten, and we all see all of these new ships coming out, and they're continuing to come out, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. But as big as the cruise industry is, believe it or not, we are actually only 2%, just about 2% of the overall travel and tourism sector in the world. That's astonishing. When you think about how important cruise is to all of us who are travel advisors, who represent the cruise industry and who book cruises for our clients, the fact that we are only 2% means that there is unlimited growth potential in this business. And the opportunity back in 1994 was tremendous, but you know what? It's even greater today with all of the tools and resources that we have to be able to build our businesses. And yes, I'm talking about social media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about social media, and I'm talking about networking and email and all sorts of different channels that you can use, texting and messaging. Heck, I've even sold, believe it or not, I sold a cruise on Facebook Messenger not too long ago. So there's so many different channels that we can communicate with our clients now, and we encourage you to do that. I actually sold a cruise on Snapchat once, believe it or not, but that's another story. So there's so much opportunity for growth. And we are a strong and resilient industry. The United Nations World Travel and Tourism Council, they made predictions or forecasts on how fast leisure travel would grow after the last few years that we went through. And believe it or not, cruise is outpacing all other categories of leisure travel. We are growing at a much faster rate, and we've rebounded at a much faster rate than all other categories of leisure travel. So we consistently have steady growth over the past 50 years, and we are more resilient than other sectors within leisure travel. And again, we are responsible and sustainable. We are operating our ships, and we are not only one of the safest ways to travel, but we are using all of our sustainability resources and all of the technology and the practices to make sure that cruising is the best way to see the world, quite frankly, and that we are protecting the waters upon which we sail and the ports and destinations where we call. So you never, ever have to you can always be proud of representing cruise. And we can really take a deep dive into that for any advisors who would like to connect with me. I can share with you the total story of our environmental sustainability commitment. Now, here's where the keel meets the water. I love saying that, where the keel meets the water, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we are here for. You are the CLIA North American Travel Trade Membership. And you know what? I'm proud to say that Archer Travel and Evolution, you all have, I believe it's 5,000 travel advisors who are members of CLIA in the United States. And that's extraordinary. Total count, 62,803 travel agency and individual agent members in the United States and Canada, and to have, I believe it is more than 5,000. Ron and I have talked about this many times, and I know he was shooting to get to 5,000, but I believe we're there. Out of 62,000, that's a darn good percentage. That's a great percentage, quite frankly, out of 62,803 travel agency and individual agent members in the United States and Canada. And again, it goes back to what Steve, my agency owner, said to me way back when. It's about credibility. It's about expertise. Steve said, Charlie, this is my travel agency. I'm going to teach you about operations. I'm going to teach you how to use the system. I'm going to teach you about meet and greet and the sales cycle and how I want you to deal with the customers. He said the cruise lines, they're going to come in, they're going to talk about their various value propositions and how they're different and who you should qualify to them and who you should put on them and all of their onboard programming and amenities. He said, but CLIA is the good housekeeping seal of approval. CLIA is really that third-party organization who you can point at. And I had the CLIA logo right on my business cards, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are a member, you should put that CLIA logo right on your business card. And I would point to it and I wouldn't get into a big spiel. I just tell them within 10 seconds, I'd say, hey, you know what, folks, that's the Worldwide Cruise Industry Trade Association. I'm a proud member and I have those letters at the end of my name. I earned that certification. It took me 6 months to earn that certification. It took me a year to earn that certification. But what it means is that I'm an expert in cruise travel. It'd be a privilege to do business with you. I would hand out my business card, say that quick little 10-second elevator pitch. And you know what? When they're talking to me, I knew that they were talking to other travel agents too, other travel advisors. And that still is true to this day. Not only are they talking to other travel advisors, they're also online looking to possibly directly book. Well, we don't want them to do that. So that's why we have to build our value, right? It's not just about that we're passionate about what we do. It's not just about that we love cruising. It's what is in it for them. I always used to say, actually, Steve used to say, prospects and clients, he made me differentiate between them. He said a prospect is somebody who hasn't done business with us yet. They haven't given us money. And once they do, then they become a client. He said prospects and clients all listen to the same radio station, Charlie. And I'd say, what's that? He said, WIIFM. I said, what's that? He said, what's in it for me? And many of you have already heard about that. What's in it for me? And that's really what you've got to give them a reason to do business with you. How are you uniquely qualified? And that was what we did. The CLIA story was my story. It can be your story too. We can offer you the official industry certification. Now, remember, when you're a member of CLIA, you are walking the gangway. You're walking the gangway and boarding the ship. But that does not mean you're certified. Once you're a member of CLIA, that means that you are an approved member of CLIA. Archer Evolution has approved you to be a member of CLIA. But once you're a member of CLIA, then you can either be a member and enjoy your member benefits, or you can decide to get the official industry certification, which is CLIA certification. And the people who do this, the CLIA members who get certified, sell 3 times as many cruises as the member who just joins to enjoy their member benefits. There's no right or wrong, but if you want to double, if not triple, your cruise sales, then what you want to do is not only become a CLIA member, you want to pursue that certification. And there's several different levels. You can start at whatever level is comfortable for you, but that official industry certification, that is really where you start to diverge from your fellow travel advisors. You start going on your own path to success. We give you that competitive edge. And also, like I said earlier, if you're using your CLIA member benefits, and for those of you who are already CLIA members, you need only log into My CLIA. You know how to do it with your email and your password. And if you forget your password, we can send you a new one. Log into My CLIA and just scroll down and look at all the, I always say, you'll never kink the keel of our ship by clicking on a tile. We've got all those Brady Bunch tiles that are all beneath your My CLIA profile, all those tiles. You click on them and learn about your member benefits, because they are designed to help you make money and to save money. And did you know that there's more than $2,500 worth of bonus commissions for every single travel advisor who is a member of CLIA? $2,500 worth. And they are located directly beneath your picture. There's a tile that says cruise line bonus commissions, and they are only for CLIA members, and they're designed to pay you back for your membership dues, which are $79. That's $50 less than the standard dues. Standard dues are $129. Because of Archer's status in the industry as a CLIA Premier member, you get a $50 discount. That brings it down to $79. There's more than $2,500 worth of bonus commissions there, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't take long to get your $79 back. And I've talked to agents who have put $500, $600, $700, $800 in their pocket every single year by using those bonus commissions. So remember, designed to make you money and save you money. Now, let me get into a little bit of the state of the cruise industry. Now, this is incredible stats. I'm going to share a few of the numbers with you. So as we closed out 2023, it was our #1 record year, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the number you want to remember. 31.7 million people worldwide took a cruise in 2023. Now, when you look at our previous historic year, 2019 was our biggest year ever, right? With 29.7 million people having taken a cruise. So I have the great pleasure of sharing with you that not only have we rebounded after the first few years in the recent past, not only have we rebounded, but we have now surpassed our historic year. We have surpassed our #1 year. So now we are at 31.7 million passengers that have sailed in 2023. That's a 6.8% increase over our previous record year. And you can see down below where they're sourced from. And of course, in North America, the United States and Canada, 18.1 million out of that 31.7 million came from the United States and Canada and Mexico. I mean, that's extraordinary. So you can see that we clearly love cruising, and the opportunity for all of you to build your business on the cruise product is there, and it's limitless. It's a limitless opportunity. Now, in terms of intent, consumer intent, intent to cruise continues to be very strong. And these two bullets, I love them, because 12% of cruisers, of the 31.7 million that I just shared, 12% of them cruise twice a year. And believe it or not, 10% of them take 3 to 5 cruises a year. And I think I'm not surprising you, because we all have that client that books 2 or 3 cruises a year, and many of us do the same. So just showing you the strong consumer sentiment. And these two items here in the highlighted portion, 82% of those who have cruised will cruise again. And that kind of cuts off because it should be within the next 2 years. So 82% of those who took a cruise in 2023 have stated in our survey, and this survey is very fresh, it's from March, 82% of them who have cruised in 2023 said that they will cruise again within the next 18 to 24 months. And 71% of international travelers are considering. Now, these are people who may not necessarily have taken a cruise before. Some have, some haven't. But 71% of people who have identified themselves as a vacationer or a traveler who travels internationally are considering taking, I'm sorry, this is just first timers. 71% of international travelers are considering taking their first cruise. So that's a massive opportunity. When we talk about 31.7 million passengers in the year 2023, there are 8 billion people on the planet, and you're talking about 31.7 million have taken a cruise, and within that number are repeaters. So really, the opportunity is, I don't mean to keep beating that drum, but the opportunity is truly limitless. And when we look at global cruise capacity, we're talking about the ships now. We're talking about our ships and the number of lower berths. And for those of you who may be new to the industry, a berth, and that's not B-I, it's B-E, B-E-R-T-H. A berth is a bed. So the lower berths are how we count our capacity in the cruise industry. We don't necessarily count thirds, fourths, and fifths. But lower berths, you can see in 2023, we had 656,000 lower berths within our fleet, the CLIA Cruise Line fleet. Now that is projected to grow from 656,000 in 2023 to 745,000 by 2028. So in the next 4 years, we're looking at 745,000 total lower births. Now that growth is at least 10%, but that growth is completely reliant upon you as travel advisors, the travel agency distribution channel, to help fill every one of those beds at every turnaround. We are counting on you, and we are bullish on the travel advisor community. We know that not only are travel advisors surviving, they're thriving. And we have moved from a period of modest profitability as an industry back into a period of prosperity. And we want to make sure that you are capitalizing on that and earning as much commission as you possibly can. Because you know what, folks? And I don't have this slide up, but I'm going to be sharing it in the next few days because it's brand new information. Because you know what, folks? It is a proven fact that when consumers book their cruise through a travel advisor, they experience more than 10% greater total guest satisfaction than if they book it directly. And who doesn't want more than 10% more of anything, right? And actually the number is going to be a little bit higher than that. I can't wait to issue that report, but that's coming. You can look your prospects and clients in the eye, whether virtually or in person, and tell them you will have a better experience with your cruise by booking through me, because I will make sure that there aren't any missed opportunities. I will make sure that you know about the specialty dining and the spa reservations, and that you know how to check in, and that you're signing up for shore excursions and all those things as soon as possible, so that the inventory is there and you get the most satisfaction out of your total cruise experience. So it's really about educating them, not only the fact that you are a booking agent, but also that you will help lay the groundwork for their absolute enjoyment of the whole experience, and that they won't get on the ship and say, oh, shucks, I wish I had known about this, or I wish I had known about that. You will educate them. You'll make sure that they walk on that ship sorted out, and that they're ready to get the most satisfaction out of that cruise. So now, let's take a look at who's cruising, right? So when I started working, I've been a CLIA member since '94, but I've been working for them since 2015. So just about 9 years and 3 months that I've been in my job. And it's my team's privilege to serve all of you. We are your servants, right? We work for you. We are here to serve you. So, and it's our honor to do so, quite frankly. Thank you for being our members. When I started with CLIA in 2015, rather, the average age of a cruiser was 55 years old in 2015. Well, 9 years later, that number has dropped by 9 years. I just did that math as I was saying it. So instead of 55 years old, the average age of a cruiser is 46 years old. And we can see the generations that are cruising right now, right? Obviously, we've got the traditionalists. You know, those are the folks in their 90s, right? The folks in their 90s and 80s. The folks in their 70s and 60s, and the baby boomers, we've got them. We've got Gen X. I'm a member of Gen X. Maybe many of you are too. Go Breakfast Club. Anyway, Gen X, we've got Gen X, and the millennials and Gen Zs are our opportunity. And they are showing so much preference for cruise. Their sentiment toward cruise is tremendously positive. You know why? Because their parents and grandparents took them on cruises. They were exposed to cruising when they were 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. So it became part of their childhood. It became part of their cherished memories, and they will never turn their back on cruising. Now, believe it or not, you know, baby boomers, Gen X, and certainly the traditionalists, we were not brought on cruise ships when we were little children. My first cruise, I was lucky. I had a very rich aunt, but my first in Santa Rosa, California, my first cruise I was 10 years old. But I am the exception. I am not the rule in my generation. Gen Xers didn't cruise until they were in their 20s, folks. So these millennials and Gen Zs, it's part of their DNA. And you will see the percentage of their planning to cruise again grow as their income grows. And their income is growing. As a matter of fact, we know that as much as we hear about, you know, student loan debt and credit card debt and stuff like that, Gen Zs, they're not buying houses. They're not buying cars. They're all about experiences. You may have heard this from other sources as well. They are buying experiences and they want satisfaction out of life and they want that Instagram worthy moment, that unique Instagram moment. So they are turning to cruise and they're turning to all of the wonderful ports and destinations that we visit around the world. And I love this statistic too. An increasing number, I mean, back in the day, if you look at the previous 2-year period, so 2022 and 2023, 27% of cruisers in the past 2 years are new to cruise. And that is up 12% compared with the previous 2-year period, previous normal 2-year period, I should say. So 27% of all of those people, that 31.7 million that I showed you, ladies and gentlemen, 27% of them, 31.7 million in 23, and then the year prior, 27% of them were new to cruise. That is staggering, an increase of 12%. Now, this is huge. This is tremendously important, ladies and gentlemen. 73% of cruise travelers say that travel advisors have a meaningful impact on their decision to cruise. That's massive. That means that you not only are a trusted source in terms of booking and getting it accurate and making sure that names are spelled. Believe me, my last name is Sylvia, and I can't tell you how many times I get Silva or saliva or, also silver, it's Sylvia with a Y. That makes it even tougher. So not only are you getting it right in terms of accuracy, you're making sure that they're booked properly, all the details are attended to, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, but you're also providing insight. You're providing value. You're helping them understand all that they have to take advantage of in the cruise experience. You're helping getting them booked in their shore excursions and their specialty restaurants and their spa appointments and all of the different things that they want to experience on the cruise, and making sure that they have that cabana at the private island and all of these things. So 73% of cruise travelers say travel advisors have a meaningful impact on their decision to cruise. I repeat it just because it's tremendously important. And I would put that on social media right now if I were you. I would take a screenshot of this presentation and I would put that statistic on social media. And with a call to action. Remember, whenever you use a factoid, and you might use some of my factoids on my social, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, I have the same handle on both. Whenever you put a factoid out there, put that call to action. What's the one that I love? I love let's make that dream. I can help you turn your dream cruise into a reality. Call me today, blah blah blah, or message me today, however you want. And we are building, ladies and gentlemen. The order book is brimming with brand new ships. Now, look at these ships that have just come out in 2024. Sun Princess, I can't wait for. I'm going to be experiencing her in November, if I'm not mistaken, or I think it's November that I'll be aboard her, or October. And then Queen Anne, I just got back from Southampton. A couple weeks ago, I got to experience Cunard Line's newest ship. It's their 249th ship in the history of Cunard Line, the Queen Anne. It's the 4th Queen now. So Cunard has 4 ships in their fleet. Absolutely beautiful vessel. It's like stepping back in time, but it's a very modern ship. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all of these. And of course, we've got Silver Ray launching any day now here in June. And then excited. Many of you may be traveling on Utopia of the Seas with me in July. I'd love to take a selfie with you. We're going to be on Utopia. I think it's July 16th, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, and I just got back from Explorer. I got to tell you, I had an amazing experience. I'm sailing on Utopia on July 15th. I just looked it up. Just got back last week from Explorer One. Boy, did that brand blow my doors away. That is, all I have to say about Explorer is don't wait. That is a brand you should know about. Get in on the ground floor with Explorer. Disney Treasure, for all our Disney fans out there, that's exciting, coming this December. So we've got a lot of ships on order, ladies and gentlemen. It's a huge investment. We've got 56 ships on order but in the next 4 years, which is extraordinary. That is, as I mentioned, 127,000. More than 127,000 additional lower berths that we're counting on all of you to fill at every turnaround. And it's a nearly $40 billion investment by our cruise lines. So when I tell you that not only should you be strong on the cruise industry, but Wall Street and private equity and investors are strong. Bankers are strong. They are bullish on the cruise industry, and they have allowed us to be in the position to have all these ships on order. You know, the cruise industry grows at about 7% every year, between 6 and 7% every single year. And sometimes I get asked by reporters, you know, the cruise industry grows at twice the rate of inflation, but it never seems to grow faster than 7%. Why is that? And you know what? I tell them the God's honest truth. I look them right in the eye and I say, we can't grow any faster because we can't build the ships fast enough. There are a finite number of shipyards that build cruise ships around the world. It's about a half a dozen shipyards that build cruise ships around the world, folks. And we can't build the ships faster. It's as plain as that. And I don't say that to be coy. I say it because it's a fact. We grow as fast as we possibly can. So now let's look at the ships real quick. And this is my last slide, folks. And I don't want anyone to ever tell you that we're only building ships of a certain size. When you look at this, the current and future fleet is very balanced in terms of ship sizes. Now, you know, it's no surprise we've got ships that are, if we look over to the right-hand side, right-hand bracket, we've got ships to 3,000 to more than 4,000 lower berths, right? Well, look at that. I bet you, how many people are surprised to see that it's only 28% of the current and future cruise ship fleet, only 28% of our current and future fleet are 3,000 to more than 4,000 lower berths. Yeah, that's a surprising statistic. You look in the middle, now that's 1,000 to more than 3,000 lower berths, and there it is right there. 39% of our ships are that mid-size ship between 1,000 and greater than 3,000 lower berths. That's our vast majority of the fleet. Almost 40% of our ships are 1,000 to greater than 3,000 lower berths. And then more than one third of our ships are fewer or less than 1,000 lower berths. So I'm pretty sure that some of you are surprised by that, because that was a surprising slide even for me, who breathes and sleeps and eats cruise 24 hours a day. So here's how you can connect with us. Our website is cruising.org. That's where you go to become a member. You go to the travel agency or the travel agent center. You go to cruising.org, you click on travel agent center, and there's all the information that you need to become a member. We hope that you will become a member. Again, membership is $129 minus a $50 discount that you get because of Archer's premier membership status. That's only 30 companies in the world are premier members, by the way. We've got, what, 8,600 travel agencies in the United States and Canada in CLIA, and only 30 of them are premier members, and Archer is a premier member. So you get that $50 discount. You can join for only $79. That's for the calendar year. Some of you may say, you know what? It's halfway over the year, halfway over. Baloney. If you join CLIA, even the halfway point in the year, you can easily get your $80, but your $79 back. You get 4 free courses at $29 a piece, online courses that'll help you grow your business. You get all the bonus commissions, $2,500 worth of bonus commissions. You get your CLIA Embark ID. A lot of you I see refer to CLIA membership as the CLIA card. It's not. It's CLIA membership. You are working toward, or you are looking to become a member with CLIA. The Embark ID is proof that you're a CLIA member. That's what the Embark ID is, and it helps you get certain concessions and considerations at various brands like Disney and Universal, I've heard, and Marriott and other important brands. So cruising.org is where it starts. Our hashtag is WeAreCruise, and please feel free to give me a follow if you feel like it. I'll put my information back up there so that you have it. And it's just been a privilege to spend this time with you, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Charles. I know the agents have some questions. So at this time, if you guys would like to raise your hand, which you do that by going to the bottom, sometimes it's under reactions and sometimes it's under raise hand. Go ahead and click that button and we'll take questions verbally in the order they come in. And thank you so much, Charles. This was wonderful. So the first person we have is Leland. So let's go ahead and have her unmute.
Hi, Leland.
Leland, are you here? We'll give a couple more seconds. Okay, Leland, we're gonna go ahead and skip you and move on to Stacy.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you, Stacy?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Doing great, thanks.
I'm fairly new. I started in August, and when you talk about the birthing, the lower birth and stuff, I've
Yes.
seen where when we go to make reservation where it says upper and lower. Is that what you're talking about, or is that something totally different?
So no, when we talk about lower berths, so when we're calculating the capacity of a cruise ship, the capacity, there's two capacities, right? There's the lower berths, which is double occupancy. Typically, there's only two lower berths in a stateroom, and then there's the total occupancy of the ship. That accounts for any thirds, fourths, and fifths. But typically, when you're booking a cruise, you want to fulfill those two, the double occupancy, the two lower berths, in order to book the cabin.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with when it says upper and lower on the reservation thing. That's something totally separate.
Correct.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, Stacy.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Stacy. Now we have Wanda Tally.
Hi, Wanda.
Hi.
Where are you from?
I'm from Oklahoma.
Nice to meet you.
You too. I was just wondering about whether or not the CLIA card. I do have the Embark ID card.
Yes,
And so I was wanting to know about the TSA. Is that involved in that as well or no?
absolutely not. No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that you probably saw something online, right?
Yes.
Yes. There was an agent who um, used to be a CLIA member because she put on social media that she used her Embark ID to get through TSA pre-check, and unfortunately, she's no longer a CLIA member because she spread that misinformation.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Next, Triglide.
Hi, it's Kim.
Hi, Kim. Where are you calling from?
Southampton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, wonderful. I'm up in Rhode Island, by the way, everybody. The ocean state, right? That makes sense for the cruise guide.
Yep. Hey, I have a question. I know I renewed my membership. Is it 3 new courses free every year?
Four.
Because I tried going in and purchase them and it always comes up with a dollar amount. That's why I was kind of
If you look at the ones they're noted, the ones that are available for free because of your premier membership. When you put them in, if you look at the if you pick the ones that are listed for free, even though they have a dollar amount, when you put them into your shopping cart, when you get to checkout, you'll see that they're coded as 0.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure. And Kim, if you have any questions about any of the courses, you can email training@cruising.org. And they're very, very good
Okay.
about getting through that email inbox.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure, Kim.
Okay, we have Tonya. Here we go.
Yeah, hi there, Charles. How you doing?
Good, Tony. How are you?
Doing good, good,
Where are you
good.
from?
I'm actually from Minnesota.
Oh, I love Minnesota.
Yeah, gorgeous time of the year right now. Anyway, a two-parter question, actually. First one is there a way before possibly a year ends, getting ready to go into a new year, since our membership runs on the calendar year, to be able to know which vendors are going to decide to run with the extra commission program that you have?
Typically it's pretty consistent year over year. We have a couple of new ones that just joined CLIA because they're actually new brands that didn't participate in 2023, but you can expect that they'll, like for example, Explorer Journeys, they weren't in 2023, but they'll be on in 2024. You can always expect the majors and the major brands to be on there. But we will be launching our 2025 membership in November. So for those of you who are current members or those of you who have yet to join, our membership campaign runs until Labor Day. So we shut it down on Labor Day, and then we go into a period where the travel agencies rejoin in October, and then in November, because the travel agencies have to be members first before their agents can join. So we get all the travel agencies signed up in October, and then in November we open the floodgates, and it's amazing because it's like one day we had 11,000 people, travel advisors join CLIA in one day when we open the floodgates. So to further on your question though, you can expect that those brands that are in 2024 will be in 2025. And if there are any brands that aren't there that you are interested in and you want me to encourage them, shoot me an email at csylvia@cruising.org. I'll put it back up and let me know if there's any brands missing that are important to you, because sometimes they just don't get to us by the deadline. But the cruise lines do want to provide you with these bonus commissions because they want you to be part of CLIA and they want those bonus commissions to pay you back for your dues.
Okay, well, now the second part here is, when do you usually ask us to fill in that form so that we can get it at the time of booking or at the
Right.
time that we get it? Because I went ahead and not sure myself, knowing when to put it in, I made the reservation for a client back in 2023.
Yep.
I got paid, of course, back in 24. But by the time I went to go fill it out, I come to find out that cruise line decided to pull out of the program. So that's where I'm like, I missed out. I think it was on a $25 extra bonus commission. So how?
Do me a
That's what-
favor, send
Yeah.
that one to me at this email address, and we'll get you sorted out. So the rule of thumb is some of them want it at the deposit and some of them want it at the final payment. They're inconsistent because it's based on the various brand. And you know, we've got like 28 brands that participate in the bonus commission. So
Okay.
I would always, and I still sell travel myself. I do, you know, I do a lot of cruise business. So I always submit my CLIA bonus commission coupons at the point of deposit. When I finish making the deposit and I submit that form, that way they can never say that you didn't submit it on time. And
Okay.
definitely send me that, send me anything that you have, the latest email on that situation and we'll get you sorted out.
Yeah, it's been about 6 months, but yeah, I can get that information to you and I would appreciate that. And then maybe you can just take note, maybe
If
to
ever
make sure to write that down on the certificates, maybe preferably do your commission form when you make the booking and you have the booking number.
Yeah, I think we'll do that for 2025 because, you know, it's in the terms and conditions of every single bonus commission, but not everybody, you know, we're all busy. We want to get on to the next booking, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate that. If I can recoup that back, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Mhm.
Perfect. We have Anna now.
Hi, Anna. Where are you from? You might be muted.
Hello.
Anna.
Okay, you got me?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, I'm from Riverside, California.
Oh, home of Fleetwood RV.
There you go. So question, I'm about to send in my logbook for the certified cruise counselor.
Oh, congratulations. That's wonderful.
Thank you. What's the letter of verification? I didn't understand that part.
The letter of verification is a letter that you get from Archer And Amanda, you probably know who at
Yes.
Archer. Go right ahead, Amanda.
So the letter for verification, and don't flood the email if you don't need it, because she has to personalize each one. So if you need it, please email her. It's rhonda@archertravel.com, and you can get a letter verification that you're with Archer and whatnot.
Rhonda, RHONDA?
I just put it in chat so you can.
Oh, okay.
It's RONDAR@archertravel.com, and then it's also in chat for you now. So you
Thank you
should,
so much.
yeah.
And let me explain what this means. So she has enrolled in CLIA certified cruise counselor certification. So CCC, she's going for a CCC, and she has completed all of the requirements necessary to get her CCC. Now she's submitting all of those requirements to CLIA in a digital logbook, and she just needs a letter from Archer proving that she's in good standing with Archer. That's what she's referring to. And so, hey, congratulations. You're about to become a CCC. How do you feel?
It's exciting a little bit. I'm brand new, so I've only been with Archer since, let's say, end of November, and so it's kind of fun to see where this is going to go further.
Anna, shoot me an email. My email's right there when you get your certificate, and I'll hop on the phone with you and I'll teach you how to use that certification to really propel your cruise sales.
Thanks, Charles. I appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Wow, Anna's new, and look at how far she's going. Good job, Anna.
That's awesome.
Ardian is up next.
Hi, Ardian.
Oops.
Where are you from?
Oh, sorry.
We can hear
Hello?
you.
Oh,
We can hear you.
okay. Okay. I was inquiring about the CLIA. How long does it take to do the training?
So now, are you talking about the free training, the four free courses that you get every year, or the
Right.
certification?
So for the certification,
So the certification, it depends on the level. So if you're going for like CCC, we give you a year to complete your CCC. If you're going for ACC, those are the two starting points. CCC, if you're building your travel business part-time, you go for the CCC. If you're going full-time, if this is all you're doing for income, then you go for your ACC. CCC, we give you a year, and you join CLIA, you become a member, and then you enroll in a certification, you go for CCC. From that moment, you have a full year to complete it. ACC, we give you 2 years because there's a little bit more involved.
Okay. So then to give a year, then it's a pretty intense training, or is
No,
that
you know
just
what? CCC is pretty realistic in terms of they're all realistic, but CCC takes into account the fact that folks have a full-time career usually. You know, it's designed for part-timers and for students. So it's not something that you'll find. And what's nice is you can go on cruising.org and you can visit the travel agent center and look at what the requirements are. So we don't have you sign up and then tell you what the requirements are. We tell you up front what the requirements would be before you enroll.
Okay. So look at cruising.org. Is that on the Archer Evolution website?
That I need Amanda.
No. So just that information isn't. It's just on cruising.org, but the CLIA, well, yeah, the travel agent portal, just cruising.org, is on the Travel Cafe. And how to register if you haven't already. Yeah. But as for what he's talking about, it's all located on their website, which is cruising.org.
And where you go is you go to Travel Agent Center, and then you'll see you'll see all the different things: join, renew, professional development. That's where you want to go, professional development, and then look at certification.
Okay, because once you pay for the CLIA number, that doesn't mean that you're certified for it. You can't pay for it. You can't get the certification just by paying for it. You have to do the course,
You have to earn it. You have to earn it.
Right. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. We'll take
Thanks.
2 more questions after this.
Sounds good, Amanda.
And then I just want to clarify because I think it was a little confusing. They're all different. So you registering for CLIA is different than your 4 free courses, is different than your CCC certification, and different from your ACC certification. Those are all different things. And like Charles said, you have to earn when you do the courses or the certification, those you earn by doing the trainings on their website. The registration you just get from paying for the membership.
Yep. I always, you know what I always do, Amanda? I always say, it's like going on a cruise, right? So becoming a member is like walking the gangway and getting on the ship. But certification is like your specialty restaurant. It's like a spa. It's your discretionary investment in yourself.
Yes, yes. It's similar to like when you register for a supplier traveling portal, you don't just get the certification. You have to take the training program to be certified in the product.
I love that. I'm going to start using that.
Perfect. Okay, next question is Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. Where are you calling from? She
Hi.
might be. Oh, hi, Elizabeth.
Hi. I actually am in the CCC program.
Oh,
But
wonderful.
I'm from New York. I'm from New York, Pennsylvania. But I'm in the CCC program, and I was just wondering about the 5 cruises that we have to book. I have a group cruise that's going out in October. Would that be considered one, or each cabin be separate?
No, each cabin's separate, Elizabeth.
Okay.
Well, first of all, York, Pennsylvania, I love Turkey Hill ice cream. That's the home of Turkey Hill ice cream.
Yes.
So each one of those, so you have your group ID number, but then you have your individual reservation ID numbers for each one of your staterooms. So you can use each stateroom as a sale because every one of them is an individual sale as far as I'm concerned.
Sounds great. Then I will be finished in October.
Oh, and Elizabeth, for the benefit of the group, how's your experience been earning your CCC?
It's been good. You just take it as you just go at your own pace. I haven't had any issues. I did do my 4 free classes, and then whenever I had the extra $29 a month, I just went and took classes. And some days I finished 4 in a day.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And what she's referring to is there are some additional courses that you would have to take that do cost money, folks. So it's not free to become certified, but it's an investment that will pay you off 10 times. And and you too, Elizabeth, once you get your certification, give me a holler, and maybe we can do a conference call with the other advisor, and so that we can help talk about how to leverage that. In fact, we should probably do a webinar on how to leverage certification for to help build your business, because certification, if you use CLIA certification properly, you'll never be at a loss for new prospects. That's what it's all about. The biggest challenge that most travel advisors have is, beyond friends and family, which we all know are the worst customers of all, but beyond friends and family, how do we source new clients, source new prospects? And really, you can use this CLIA certification to do it, and I'll help teach you how.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, last question, and then we have something really special. So, Jacqueline, and then also I just want to, before we bring in Jacqueline, I just want to say that this is recorded and we'll post it to the Travel Cafe website, as well as I believe on the cruising.org, there's FAQs, and then you have such a good support team. I mean, you have Charles, there's support on the website as well to find out answers to your questions as well. And you can always reach out to us at Archer Travel. So Jacqueline?
Hey,
Yeah,
Jacqueline, where are you from?
Alabama.
Oh, I love, I've got friends there.
I'm new. I just started on the 28th of May, so this is all new to me. On the certification, are there different? Are there different levels? But I mean, like you can get I heard that you work at your own pace, but and and I heard that, you said the certification costs extra money, which is okay once I get going with this. But I'm wondering, as my finances things, so are there different levels of the certification?
There are, and they're designed as you mature in your, I'll use myself for an example. So I got my first level of certification about 9 months after I got into the business. I started on it right away. It took me about 9 months to earn it. It was a harder certification than what we have now. The CCC really is, CCC is a valuable achievement, but it is designed for folks who are working full time, and if you're still employed and working full time, I recommend the CCC. It's very realistic, especially if you're selling. If you have yet to sell your first cruise, you might want to wait a couple of months. There's no right or wrong. Remember, when you're this new into the industry, training, it's like taking a sip of water from a fire hose, right? So, but if you're a go-getter like I was, sign up for that CCC, and you'll have a year to get it, and you'll find it a very fulfilling experience. But again, at your own pace and as you grow. Now, once you become CCC, yes, you will have the option to move to the next level, which is ACC. And that's that level that you would have started out at if you were a full-timer, right? But again, your decision of when to go. I speak to people who have been in the business for 20 years who are MCCs, which are Master Cruise Counselors, and they're saying, "Oh, I want to go for my ECC, which is the Elite Cruise Counselor. That's the highest level," and they put it off for 10 years, right? And they finally do it. You know what I mean? It's just they're busy succeeding. They're busy selling cruises and being successful travel advisors. So the big message, Jacqueline, is there's no right or wrong. You go at your pace. You know yourself. And you know all of the things that you have on your plate, even outside of your travel business. So never beat yourself up. Just go at your pace, and there's no right or wrong. And when you're ready to pursue CLIA certification, it'd be our privilege to have you and to serve you.
Thank you. But the ACC is full-time, right? Because right now, this is my only job right now is doing this.
Then go for the ACC. If you're selling cruises, go for the ACC, because you can skip. That's the only time where you can really skip a level. You don't have to do the CCC. If you know that this is going to be your full-time career, if it already is your full-time career, go for the ACC. As long as you review the prerequisites, the requirements of ACC, and you understand that you can accomplish it in the 2-year period, because there's sales requirements there too, and personal cruise experiences and ship inspections.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure, Jacqueline. Thank you for being a member. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I said it to everybody, but for those of you on the line who are CLIA members, thank you for being a member. It's our real privilege to serve you. And for those of you who have yet to become part of CLIA, come aboard. We'd love to have you.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Charles. I know you have something extra special also that you wanted to talk about right now before we close out. What do you have going on today?
I do. Well, for there's 250 people on this call, and you know what? For hanging in all the way through, we're going to give away 2 memberships. We're going to give away 2 2024 CLIA individual agent memberships with Agent Finder. And many of you are already members are saying, I can't win that. I'm already a member. Well, guess what? If you win and you are already a member, we are going to refund your form of payment when you signed up for 2024 in full, and you'll still be a member. So everyone's included. Let's get 2 lucky winners. Amanda, do you have the questions?
Yeah, I have the questions. So we're so excited. So this is how it goes down. You must be an active Archer Evolution agent, and you must be active as well when you claim your prize, which is the membership, which is super exciting. And if you're already, like you said, if you're already a member, you have something special for them too, right, Charles?
Yes, as I mentioned, if you're already a member, we will refund you in full to your original form of payment for your membership dues. So even if you're an existing member, you can still win.
Yeah, and if you're not, then you get to become a member. So that's super awesome. Perfect. So you must be active, and then you must be active to claim it, and then we'll have them email you to claim it, Charles.
Yes, they can shoot me an email directly to claim their win.
Perfect. Okay. So the first question is going to be first person to answer in chat themed by our chat.
And yeah, I was just going to say by your chat, Amanda, right?
Yeah, by the host chat, because we have the chat is the most accurate through the host chat. So we'll let you know. Okay. So here's the question. Ready? First person to answer it in chat, type it out, and it must be spelled correctly and also be the correct answer. So the question is, how many people cruised in 2023? Oh, yep, it had to be the whole thing. So the first person who got it was Elizabeth Formia, I believe is her name. Elizabeth Formia. Do you want me to write that down for you, Charles, or you got it?
Yeah, if you could send that to me, yes, please.
Okay, perfect. Let me just put it down real fast. Congratulations. You had to put the million in there because 31.7 was not the correct answer. It's
Congratulations, Elizabeth.
31.7 million. Good job. Okay. So that was the first question. Congratulations. Okay.
And again, you have won a 2024 CLIA individual agent membership with Agent Finder, which is your free listing on the cruising.org website.
Perfect. Actually, if you could just email me, I don't want to change the format for the winners today, my bad. If you could just email me at giveaway@archertravel.com so I can just confirm you're active and everything, and then I can send your information to Charles. So giveaway@archertravel.com. Congratulations, a good job paying attention, Elizabeth. And our second question, Charles,
Yes.
is how many total cruise ships are in order right now? How many total cruise ships are in order right now? Ooh, wow. Wow, everyone's so good.
There we go.
Oh
We
my
got the
gosh.
winner.
We have lots. Let me just, okay. The
And
first
that number is
person,
56.
56. So the first person to get that correct was actually Pamela Thornton. Pamela Thornton. It was really close. So let me just put this down. Pamela Thornton, please email me at giveaway@archertravel.com and then we'll get your information over to Charles. So congratulations, all the winners. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for the knowledge too. If you didn't win a prize, you definitely won in knowledge today. So good for you guys. And also, anything else you want to add before we close out, Charles?
I just want to say thank you, folks. And, if ever you need anything to help you grow your cruise business, don't hesitate to reach out to CLIA. We're here to help you. And I wish you a great second half of the year.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And also, I just want to follow up. Marnie Hernandez, one of our top travel agents, is going to be holding some more CLIA trainings to go in more depth. So if you guys want to go to the Evolution Enterprises group, go ahead and you can find those trainings there. So thank you so much, Charles. This has been wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And until next time, we hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.